So you've seen this footage before. This was the one game where I said to myself, perhaps Kenneth Faried can be a real offensive option for us. Someone who we can give the ball to in the post, and he can hit a hook shot or two for us, as well as someone who can stretch the floor and hit a jump shot. Because that's what you need to be able to do in today's NBA as a starting power forward. You got to be able to either stretch the floor or score in the post. And we gave Faried time, but this play right here kind of sums it up. Faried's not good enough of a shooter to take these kind of shots, so as a result I either give it to him and I have to pass it off, or I don't even look his way at all. And then I have someone like Danilo Gallinari in the same situation who can make a basket for me. So we gave Faried about a season and a half to say, can he do what I need him to do at the power forward spot? Well, he hasn't gotten there, okay, even with the opportunity. We got to move him. Now, if we look at our assets, we actually have 3 first-round picks this season. Now, we're floating around the 8th seed at the moment, so are the Trailblazers. But that Grizzlies pick, that's pretty expendable in my opinion. Now, what position do we look to add to with the Faried trade? Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be against improving our shooting guard spot, because Gary Harris, he's been a fine shooter for us this season, but he's pretty much destined just to be a 3-and-D guy, which is cool and something I'd love to have on the team. But if I have the opportunity to acquire a 15, 16-point natural scorer at that position, I might want to take it. Also, KJ McDaniels is having his shooting struggles as well. So who are some shooting guards around the league? Well, Chris Middleton, Milwaukee just gave him a lot of money. I don't think they're going to pair up Faried with Monroe either. JJ Redick, he's a little old. The Clippers have Blake Griffin and Brook Lopez. I don't know. Wesley Matthews is 30. We need guys who are on a younger career path. And one name that I was intrigued by was Alec Burks of the Utah Jazz. However, they have Derek Favors at their power forward spot. I don't really see why they would take Kenneth Faried. Another one was Avery Bradley of the Boston Celtics. They don't have any other shooting guard options, and if you think they're going to take on Will Barton, that's not going to happen. Let's just be honest. And a similar thing can be said about Jeremy Lamb, another guy who I would like to have, but, Charlotte, they got Frank Kaminsky, they got Cody Zeller at the power forward spot, and they don't have anybody else behind Jeremy Lamb. Now, Shabazz Muhammad, the young type of player I would want, but Faried is 27, 28 years old. I don't know if he's going to fit into the career paths of Wiggins and Towns. So how about the small forward position? Well, I like Justin Anderson, but he's similar to Gary Harris. If there's an improvement out there, I might want to think about it, Now, one name I brought up before was Terrence Ross. That was before we had Justin Anderson. Him and Anderson, they're kind of the same player, so I think it'd be kind of redundant, to be honest with you, to acquire Terrence Ross, who's now a Trailblazer. Some other guys, Chandler Parsons, he's on a 1 year, he's a little too old. Jeff Green, he's 30. Even if his athleticism fits into what we want to do, I don't want to take on Luol Deng. Iguodala's never getting traded from Golden State. Justice Winslow's in his 2nd season. I don't want Chandler again. Harrison Barnes, same thing as Iguodala. TJ Warren's actually a young player who'd be cool to have, but why would Phoenix give him up this quickly into his career? That wouldn't make sense. Ariza's not the type of player that I want. Pierce is Paul Pierce. Of course, we're not going to go for him. There's no perfect wing out there. Morrow doesn't play any defense. There's no perfect name. But another reason I'm not in love with getting a small forward? We got to get Brandon Ingram in there, man. He's got to get some minutes as well. I hope you didn't forget about him. KJ's minutes are going to dip. Ingram's minutes are going to go up. It's just how it is. And so now, it seems like we may have to swap power forwards with another team, okay? Faried out, new power forward in, someone who can make more of an impact for the style of game we're going for. Another thing with the wings, though, is if we did one of those wing trades, we'd have to have Nigel Hayes start. I don't know if that's going to happen right now. But anyway, some power forwards. Obviously, guys like Millsap, Draymond Green, Serge Ibaka, Kristaps Porzingis, Nikola Mirotic, all these guys are either young players who have long-term deals with their teams, or they're veterans who are helping their teams out right now, so those aren't going to happen. Guys like Ryan Anderson or Donatas Montiunas, offensively they give us what we want, but defensively they leave a lot to be desired. An interesting name is Terrence Jones, who, athleticism-wise, three-point shooting-wise, and defensively is kind of what we're looking for, but that 57 mid-range, that's bad enough to where that'll kill us, because, I mean, the power forward is not just going to be taking threes. But anyway, Thad Young, who has been brought up a million times in this series, he's like Terrence Jones, except that mid-range jumper is pretty decent as well, and he fits into our up-and-down style beautifully. And if we look at the Brooklyn Nets situation, we would probably give them that Grizzlies pick on top of Kenneth Faried because, I mean, the Nets don't have any draft picks until forever. So, I mean, that Grizzlies pick, it's not like we're not losing too much by losing it. The other name is Markieff Morris, who of course I have said before as well. Morris is a better offensive player than Thad Young. He's a better shooter. And he would definitely give us just more scoring. But Thad Young is better suited for our fast break style. So I'd say these are the two real names. Thad Young, Markieff Morris, one of these guys for Kenneth Faried. Changes are needed, and they are coming.